380.
52 right here. Blue dance, blue dance. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Got it.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there on the first play of the game. 49 yards. Well, there's a pretty big start right there. They go bombs away on the first play from scrimmage.
Put a smile on your face, didn't it? Not because you're rooting for anyone, but that's the way to begin a game, to put someone back on their heels and announce that they plan to be aggressive.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. Throwing again. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Bilal Nichols breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. They go play action now. Wilson. He's going to air one out. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a game.
Fournette running right. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 4 yards to pick up, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. He's crossing. He's checking out.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
5 wide. Here I come.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Allen, man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Now Leonard Fournette. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now Howard. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. This is Fournette. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On the run, it's Fournette. And they'll get this down to the 10. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
4 down, even. 87's me. 87's me.
On 2nd down now, it's Howard. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
That's it. Mike 50. Hey, we heavy on the edges. Hey, Mike's 50.
To throw again, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. Play action. Now Wilson. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And going deep for Hill. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Eckler. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Pressure comes and Wilson's going to go down. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Allen's throw is complete. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
All day, defense, all day, all day. Shift. Hey, home. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Hey, come on now.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Allen. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Well, enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Got a man open. It's Sutton. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
A gain of 12 yards brings up 4th down.
Here's Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, this is a guy who is already among an elite group of kickers that have hit from 60-plus in an NFL game, but that's a tough ask to try and get him to produce another one here.
You're exactly right. It's elite group for a reason, isn't it? No small feat for him to hit it from that distance. This one doesn't go through. I always marvel at those guys because it's the same approach every time, the same smoothness when they swing their leg. Doesn't look like they're putting anything extra even when they're kicking it for 60-plus.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, 50. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Check Mike. Hey, 0. Slant. 8. Under 10. 10. Come on. Mike 50. Hey, no, look up. Hey, we got Mike 50. Mike 50.
Wilson to throw again. He's going to air one out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down. Over. Taco. Hey.
Now Wilson going to throw again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Mike's 50. Defense wins shot.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. From 21 yards away, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Oh, he missed it. No good. So this remains a 4-point game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. They'll run with Fournette. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Allen. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. Now Fournette. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Fournette. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Hey, Alpha.
Now Allen. And going deep for Hill. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Eli Apple. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football. So maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
A full start backs him up 5. First and 15. From the gun, Wilson. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here we go. Minus 50, minus 50.
Here's Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line. Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Wilson will throw again. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Well, that gives him a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on second down.
Here we go, here we go. Check 26, check 26. He goes to you, it's you. He comes to me, it's me.
Again, it's Fournette. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now in 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. It's Hodges. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Bucky Hodges, 68 yards. Well, the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Wilson now operating from the gun. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Darren Waller, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys are back within a single score. Point after, up and good. And that will get them one closer. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
You ain't going nowhere. Hatchet. Middle. He's mine.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
58 is a mic.
They'll run it again with Fournette. Fights him off. 7 yards there and a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Long day for you. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Here's a give to Fournette. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On 2nd and 9, Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hodges. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 39. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Check. Crunch. 6-6. Pull it high.
Let's go,
That's the
boys.
end
Bring it
of the
up.
3rd quarter with the score Dolphins 20, Buccaneers 13.
Let's go, one more. Switch. 5 wide. 58, the mark.
You draw quarters.
Pick the edge.
A handoff to Fournette. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. He wants it all. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. as his guys are in for 6. The Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Second and 10 now, Wilson. He's able to find Wallace. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. The Bucs on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. To throw again is Wilson. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Safarian Jenkins has it. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Bucs try it on fourth down but come up empty. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And going deep for Hill. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 61 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Out to his left. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Check 52.
Now Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
To throw is Wilson on third down. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now that turnover might just about do it. Here, fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. A well-executed 22-yard gain. On play action, Allen. This is caught, and out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Sean Davis with a pick. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Oh, wide open, complete. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Darren Waller with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now just 3 seconds before the 2-minute warning, they're going to call a timeout here defensively. The Dolphins on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Allen, they're going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Anthony Brown. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Man open, it's Goodwin. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Below nickel tackles in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. From the gun on third down, Wilson being chased out left. He may try and run for this. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Second and 2 at the 22-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Josh Jones. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. This is caught at the 20. A gain of